The flip phone is back. Motorola have just released the Razr 2019. Here's all the information you need to know about the phone and what it's bringing us. The main aspect and selling point of this phone is that it flips in half. Thanks to folding screen technology, Motorola can bring back the flip phone. It features a 6.2 inch 21:9 aspect ratio OLED display inside. Taller than most other phones, so you're going to have more information on the screen when you're flicking through social media, and if you turn it around horizontally, you'll get a wider aspect ratio for viewing movies. But of course, these screen specs pale into comparison to actually what this can do, which is fold in half. When you do fold it in half, on the outside, you get a 4:3 aspect ratio OLED touch display. This can be used to look at messages, flip through songs, and also as an external screen when taking selfie images using the main back camera. You can use the main back camera because you can fold the phone in half, and so the back camera becomes the front camera. The main camera is a 16 megapixel f1.7. There is no camera system on the back, just a single back camera, but you do get a front selfie camera when you do open up the phone at 5 megapixels. Of course, the cameras are not the selling point of this phone. In terms of processing power, you get the Snapdragon 710 in this phone. This is not the most powerful processor we see in a smartphone for sure. In fact, the 710 processor is really almost a budget phone processor now. You could maybe call it the low end of mid-range, but this is not going to be winning any awards for gaming prowess. However, again, that is not the selling point of this phone. In terms of using it every day, you're going to have no problems flicking through messages, looking at social media. But I assume if you're using the Motorola Razr, you're not going to be wanting to play too many very intensive games anyway. This is the first time that we've really seen a mainstream product with this foldable design. There have been prototypes, and of course the Galaxy Fold and also the Mate X from Huawei both use foldable phones that use a normal phone form factor and then fold out to give you a much larger tablet-like display. However, Motorola have been able to give us a form factor of a phone that folds in on itself. Having said that, the foldable display is plastic and so will be very easily scratched. Even though the camera system is very simple and the processor is definitely not flagship, this phone is, expensive. $1,500 to buy out of contract. But Motorola are releasing this phone exclusively with Verizon in the US, where you can pay $62 a month for 2 years. It is an expensive phone, of course, not the best cameras, not the best processor, but that is not what this phone is about. The Razr 2019 is nostalgia in a smartphone. For everyone of a certain age, you would have had a flip phone at some point. This is the first time we've seen a mainstream product with this type of foldable display going into a smaller form factor. A very cool bit of tech, and I'm sure a lot of people will at least be curious about this phone. Subscribe for all the latest tech news. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.